If you smell what in hog is cooking, yo guys, welcome in, welcome in. Hope everybody's doing well. You smell that? That's Ten Hag. He's cooking. He's cooking, man. He's cooking. In the beginning of the season, he just had like white chicken, onions, no salt, no spice. White chicken, water and some onions. And we were like, yo, Erik, where's the spice, man? Where's the spice? And finally against Crystal Palace, he added some spice. He got his curry powder out, got his pepper, he got his salt, and he was cooking, man. It was spicy. I really enjoyed that performance. Really, really did. Many fans also did. I was on Twitter, I was on YouTube, um, watching other people's analysis of the game. Everybody was enjoying it. Everyone was. And yes, I've also seen people say it's only Crystal Palace's B team. And I 100% agree with that. However, we saw patterns of play, we saw visions of what Ten Hag is building at Manchester United. It was all there. And we're not saying this is going to be easy and the next game we're just in the slaughter. It's not what we're saying. But everybody that was Ten Hag out, with your knives, where you at? Where are you at, man? Where are you at? We need to back this manager. I don't get it. I don't get it. He has a proven track record, guys. Proven. At Ajax, he built two marvelous teams at Ajax. It's a proven track record. It's the same when Klopp came to Liverpool. Proven track record. What? They gave him time. They gave him time, and yes, he only won one Champions League and one Premier League, but that's more than we have won in the past decade, and we are still on this high horse of this is Manchester United. Yes, this is Manchester United, but we can't go down the path of sacking a manager every 3 years. Arteta, Klopp, it's proof that sticking with the manager for him to build his plan, as long as you can see it in glimpses, stick with the man. Stick with the man. Anyway, guys, if you are Glazers out, please like and subscribe. So, apologies for the late video. It's about, what's the time now? It's about 24 hours late. However, yesterday I had a crazy day. Crazy day. And work was working. And I watched the game, I watched it. I watched the first half. And then I watched the second half, but I was working and watching the second half at the same time. So I rewatched the second half this afternoon. So I am ready to finally give my thoughts on the game. Um, but yeah, so first things first, there was three academy players that started the game. Three. And that's a big deal, guys. That is a big deal for a Manchester United manager to be starting three academy players and bringing on one youngster, proper youngster, for his debut on his 19th birthday. Proper youngster. And to start three, and that is Manchester United at its core. He gets it. Erik Ten Hag gets United. He just needs flipping time. And another thing, we don't know when this takeover is going to happen. There's always talks. Apparently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is restructuring his deal because there's other shareholders that are not happy with his original deal. And you're hearing all the stories, but it's going on for a while, guys. And not every manager can manage the youngsters and bring them through like Erik Ten Hag's coming through. So that's another positive. Not only does it get United, but with this current ownership, bringing through the youngsters, and even with another ownership, doesn't matter, bringing through the youngsters, it's a massive positive, man. To nurture them, it's a massive positive. Not only for the club on the pitch, but also off the pitch. Some of them's not gonna make it, but if they nurtured, you can sell them for good money. You can sell them for good money, man. So Erik gets it. He really does get United, and he really needs time. He really needs 4 years. We gave Ollie 4 years, and Ollie won us absolutely jack shit. Erik ten Hag deserves 4 years at least, guys. Get behind this man. Anyway, let's go through the game. Let's go through the team. So first off, sure. It was spicy, man. It was some spicy football. I was enjoying it way too much. Way too much. Amrabat drifting inside. The Lloyd drifting inside. But Amrabat drifting inside. I don't know when last we've seen a player like that for Manchester United. I have no idea. I'm thinking Michael Carrick. I don't know when last, man. Obviously, Scholes retired a lot earlier. So Michael Carrick, my mind goes to Michael Carrick. A man that came into that midfield and he made it his. He made it his in that first half, guys. It was insane. It was insane. He had like 97% pass accuracy. It's like he was there with us on pre-season. It's insane, guys. It's flipping insane what he was doing. I don't know when last I've seen United play that. And he's the key, man. He came in there, and now we're seeing now we're seeing, I almost forgot his name. Now we're seeing Casemiro. Casemiro's all of a sudden a box-to-box midfielder giving top quality balls. How was that ball for Bruno, for Martial? Top quality. He's just all over the pitch. He's just been unlocked. And they were saying his legs was gone? Nah. They weren't giving him his flowers. They were saying he's just a deep-lying midfielder. He just cleans up. And at Madrid, everybody else done all the work. No, that's not the case. He's playing like a box-to-box. He's getting assists. He's our top goal scorer. And many people said he was their man of the match. For me, my man of the match, I'll tell you at the end. Let's go forward. Actually, let's bring it back. Varane and Maguire. Varane is another level. Varane is just another level of centre-back. He is seriously so good. In the beginning of the game, he just got us going, you know. You saw, like, especially against Burnley, you saw that Onana, he was standing on the ball. I've mentioned this in previous videos. He was standing on the ball. And when he's standing on the ball, it's because there's nobody to pass to. And when he did start passing it out, it basically went in the triangle. So it went out to the centre-back, across, back to Onana. And there's no way forward. But with Varane there, with Amrabat there, it was a different game. Even Maguire had a good flipping game, guys. Even Harry Styles, Maguire, Slabhead had a good game. There was one thing annoying me about Harry Maguire, though, is he was constantly passing back to Onana. And that's no problem. We keep in position. I just think he done a little bit too much. But he had a good flipping game. He had a good game, man. And Deloitte had a brilliant game, let's be real. He was so high up. He was basically playing wing. We had two right wingers. Deloitte was playing so high up. Yeah, and he's getting into form. So when Adam Wan-Bissaka comes back, he's gonna have to fight for his place. But that's what we want at Manchester United, and that's what Erik ten Hag is building. See the vision, guys. He is making competition for places, and that is the one thing. Okay, I take it back. That is something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer failed at. He seriously failed at that. Competitions for places. Okay, so that's the defense out the way, the midfield out the way. We get into that three. Actually, it was what a weird. So we were playing a three in attack. We were playing a three. So Casemiro was dropping in, or Amrabat was dropping in between Maguire and Varane. Then we had either Casemiro or Amrabat in the midfield with Deloitte pushing quite high. So what's that? Mount, Hannibal. That's like what? Like 5 across the midfield, if I'm not mistaken. It was like the midfield was packed. The midfield was packed, man. So yeah, let's move it on. So Mount, Money Mount, and Hannibal. They were linking up. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, guys. They were linking up. 1-2 touch passes. People asking, why are we buying Mount? Me personally, I never once questioned it. And here's the thing. When Mount came onto the scene, even though he was a Chelsea player, guys, even though he was a Chelsea player, I rated him. And yes, he went down. He went downhill. But there was a lot going on at Chelsea. So when we bought him, I knew what he was capable of. I've watched him. We've all watched him. Yes, he went down, but we've all watched him. And there's a good player there. He's a brilliant player there. He's a workhorse. And he creates. He can play on the wing. He's versatile. He can play number 10. He can play with another number 10, as we saw yesterday. Hannibal, what an industrious player. I do think so. I do think he needs to. He's not like Bruno-esque in terms of he has like this bonus level where he unlocks it and we become Moments FC. I haven't seen that in him, but he's an industrious player, versatile player. Honestly, as his career goes on, I see him dropping. I think that industry, I actually think maybe even earlier than we think, I see him dropping a bit deeper. I think that industry has and that tenacity is something that will just thrive in that centre mid. But he's young and he knows how to put the through ball through. He knows how to link up play. There's nothing wrong with him playing in the number 10. I just think there's better players to do it. Then we go to the wings. Facundo on the right. Garnacho on the left. Garnacho is crazy, man. He's crazy. He has a lot. They both have a lot still to develop. I think Facundo, he reminds me of a young Ryan Giggs. Man's running straight at players. When last have we seen? I mean, at least not since Erik has taken over. Rashford does it, but it's good to see a right winger running at players, man. He doesn't care if you're there. He drops the shoulder, and he's gone. He's not phased, man. I think he needs to hit the gym a little bit, but there's potential there. Great potential. And then Garnacho, I think, is a bit further along in his development. Erik ten Hag criticized him after the game, but Erik ten Hag is just pushing him. And this goes back to Sancho. Sancho got criticized by Erik ten Hag, and he's throwing his toys out the cot. On social media, he's at parties, chilling. There was a day he wasn't at training, even though he was training alone. There was a day he wasn't at training. Like what is happening, man? Nobody's gonna want him. And then you look at Garnacho, and you just think about his mentality. He's been criticized before by Erik ten Hag. And yesterday, after that performance, Erik ten Hag wasn't all praise for him. He criticized him again. But Garnacho is the kind of guy who's going to get up He's going to get up. You see how hard he works. Not only going forward, but coming back. You see how hard he works. There's a moment where he's taken on a player. It's in the second half. He's taken on a player. He beats the player. He basically, I think he drops the left shoulder and he cuts right. Beats the player. And he should have put it in on his right foot. But he wants to beat the player again and he tries to put it through his legs. And he's tackled. And he's down. This clip was going on Twitter. Or X, whatever you want to call it. He was down for a second. He was tackled and he was down. And he was down for a second. And immediately he got up and chased down the player. That is the mentality that we need in Manchester United. You heard Ryan Giggs talk. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're a Manchester United supporter, you heard Ryan Giggs talk about being a winger at Manchester United. And Sir Alex expected you to be up on that field, Let's say, and this is one thing that I haven't really seen at Manchester United in a long time. But anyway, let's say you guys are defending, and let's say okay, Ryan Giggs played on the left and David Beckham played on the right. And let's say they're attacking down the right. When David Beckham puts that cross in, so Alex expected Ryan Giggs to also be coming into the box. And then if we lost the ball, so Alex expected him to be helping whoever's left back or right back. So we're seeing this now with our youth wingers coming through. We're seeing that work rate. And Sir Alex's teams was built on hard-working, talented wingers. And I promise you, Sir Alex would have loved these two. Sir Alex would have loved these two. Don't at me. I know it. Sir Alex would have loved Garnacho and Pellistri, man. He would have loved them in his team. And then we go to Anthony Martial. He had a difficult game. Barely touched it. Barely touched the ball. Or not barely touched the ball, but barely had opportunities. Same old United for the past couple of years. The striker barely gets opportunities. But, he's so good at linking up the play. It's insane. It's almost like he's a striker that's not interested in goals. He's a striker that's interested in the team. He truly is, and when he gets up his opportunity, he takes it, and he takes it beautifully, guys. How's that ball from Casemiro? It's insane. It is insane, man. It's such a good ball. And Martial, he knows what he's doing. He basically shoots it at the keeper's head, basically right pass, and there's no way the keeper's lifting his hands up. I mean, if you're thinking about it, where is the most difficult place for the keeper to lift his hands up? Right next to his head. I mean, it has to come all the way up. So it's a good taken goal. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope you enjoyed my analysis. Erik Ten Hag is cooking, man. He's stirring that pot. He's cooking, guys. He needs time. You need to be behind him. And like I said, one more thing, my man of the match. For me, I know many people were saying that it was Casemiro. Casemiro had a great game, goal and assist, great flipping game. But for me, it was just Amrabat. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful to watch that first half. And I know it's only a half. It was so beautiful to watch. And we get Palace now again on the weekend, guys. And that second half was basically they really strengthened their team and they changed their tactics in the second half. And I truly think the second half, the team's going to be a lot more like that. They're going to be a lot higher up the pitch. They're going to be even better. But at least we know we managed to score one goal in that second half, which is a good thing. I think. Actually, now I'm not going to speak about it now. You can watch my next video when I do the preview for the weekend's match. I'm not going to go into detail of that game now. Anyway, I'm just really happy. We saw the key, which is Amrabat. He came into the team and everyone just clicked. That was the most balanced Manchester United performance or team that I've seen. Were those two wingers staying out? They proper wingers. and Martial and the midfield and just everything, man. It just came together so well. And before yesterday, I was back in Ten Hag and I was fighting for him, man. I was fighting for him on Twitter, wherever I needed to. I was backing him. But yesterday, he backed himself, man. He backed himself. And that's all I need to say. He backed himself. Anyway, guys, if your glaze is out, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Safety in numbers.